Well, we're getting into, let's be honest, a little bit of a weird weather Wednesday across mid-Missouri. This is a look at these temperatures compared to just yesterday morning. We saw how warm it got yesterday, and we're about 20 to 30 degrees warmer than that. You'll walk outside, you may be wondering if it rained overnight. Looks wet on the ground. It's not rain, it's actually just a little bit of dew. That's how much moisture we've got in the atmosphere as we get into this morning, really all day long until this cold front moves on through. But out ahead of that, as this thing gets a little bit closer, we're going to see these wind gusts getting up around 45 to 55 miles per hour at times. So could be snapping some small limbs. It's going to be tough to be out on the roadways as we get into places like I-70, especially if you have a high-profile vehicle. Keep this in mind. Take it a little bit slower than usual out on the interstate later today. Tonight, the hits keep on rolling. We've got a cold front moving on through, and it's going to spark up some storms. Again, you can imagine there's a lot of energy to tap into as warm as it is. We got a lot of wind here across mid-Missouri. So here's FUTURETRACK starting off in the mid-60s this morning. As we go into the afternoon, we'll fit in some sunshine, and that's going to help us top out in the mid-70s more than likely across the area. But by 7 o'clock, this is where that cold front starts to move in some of our northwesternmost counties. And again, it doesn't look like it's anything terribly impressive, but it doesn't really have to be, in all honesty. Is kind of volatile as the atmosphere is set up, it could easily tap into some winds and get us some damaging wind gusts as we get into about 9 and 10 o'clock, closing in on Columbia and Jefferson City. It should start to weaken as we get later into the night, closing in on I-44 by about midnight. So not expecting too many issues that far south and east in the viewing area, but again, we'll be tracking this closely as we get into tonight. Severe threats, again, this is kind of what we're looking at right now. It's a fairly low-end setup, in all honesty, but if we do get any problems, it's going to be the damaging straight-line winds as we get into tonight. That ABC 17 Storm Track 7-day forecast, a lot going on just for one day as we get into our Wednesday. Things finally settle down a little bit more going forward, back into the 50s tomorrow and Friday. Some rain chances to close out the work week, and then we're cooling back off even more than that. Going to be stuck in the 40s this weekend.